What is up, guys? I'm Neal Jolly and welcome inside Jolly Studios, where we talk about everything cameras to sneakers. And today we're talking sneakers and a pair that I feel is the most underrated Jordan of 2020 so far, and that is the Jordan 5 Retro Top 3. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the channel and checking out today's video. I'm so glad to see all of you guys here. And I know lately we've been only dropping one YouTube video a week here, one sneaker review a week, and it's just because things have just opened up. I'm a photographer, and so I've been taking on some more client and brand work. So things have kind of resumed on the work end for me, but I have fallen back on a number of sneakers that are just piling up in the studio. We've got the Jordan 11 Low Concord Bred, a sneaker I absolutely love. We've got the Jordan 6 Hair that also dropped back in June. And then we've also got the Jordan 14 Toros that also dropped recently. And then we've got the alternate purple 5s as well. And then of course we've got the sneaker of this video, which is the Air Jordan 5 Retro Top 3. And so there are a lot of sneakers and a lot of reviews that are on the way. Some that I absolutely love and some that I might actually be passing on. And so if you don't want to miss a beat or a review, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you get all of the notifications. But now let's get into the review of the Jordan 5 Top 3, starting with the unboxing, moving into the in-depth review of the sneaker, giving you guys an on-foot look, and then finally my verdict on whether you should shoot, hold, or pass on your shot at these sneakers. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing. Coming in an OG Air Jordan 5 sneaker box, we've got a black box with a larger Jumpman branding in red on the top of the box and Nike Air branding on the sides in red. Upon lifting the lid and resting inside the standard black plastic wrapping, we've got the top 3 sneakers with no other dressings inside the box. This Jordan 5 Retro comes in a colorway described as Black, Fire Red, Grape Ice, and New Emerald, and are a mashup of their namesake, the top 3 OG Jordan 5 colorways. And those top 3 OG colorways were originally released in 1990, and they were the Metallic, the Grape, and the Fire Red. And this is in celebration of the 30th anniversary of the Jordan 5 silhouette. And if you caught the review of these bad boys right here, which are the Jordan 5 Fire Reds, then you know we got into the full history behind the Air Jordan 5 and my personal attachment to the sneaker, as it was one of my favorite Jordan sneakers growing up, top 3, and probably my favorite when I was a kid. And so in this video I thought we could focus on why I feel like the top 3 is the most underrated Jordan sneaker release of 2020. And so without further ado, let's get into the in-depth review of the materials on the sneaker, starting from the front to the back and from the top to the bottom. Starting with the uppers, which are black and an ode to the metallic colorway, we've got some synthetic nubuck, or otherwise referred to as Durabuck, on the uppers. And the Durabuck does feel a little rubbery in texture, but otherwise smooth on touch. And because of that Durabuck, the uppers are a dust magnet, and so you're probably going to need one of these guys right here, which is a lint remover, and keep it nearby, as these really do show a lot of the lint and dirt, and if you have a dog like me, some dog hair as well, and so you're probably going to have to occasionally wipe these down. These remind me a lot of the Jordan 6 DMPs that dropped this year, as well as my Bred 4s, that they just really show a lot of that lint, that dust, and that dirt, and so you're probably going to have to wipe them down occasionally with a lint remover. Moving into the lacing system, we've got some flat black laces that do come laced on the sneaker out of box and weaving through 8 eyelets, and notably coming out of box with a lace lock that features a smaller black lace lock with the Nike and Jumpman branding on it in white that is built into this larger clear buckle with the Nike branding embossed. Behind the laces, we've got a shoe tongue that is an ode to the Grape colorway, and on the bottom of the shoe tongue we've got this clear mesh, and as we move upward and into the plush purple fabric portion, we've got a Jumpman that is embroidered in emerald directly into the shoe tongue. Sliding over to the midfoot, it's almost identical on both the lateral and medial sides with that black Durabuck paneling and and a clear rubberized mesh paneling as well, with the lateral side having the 23 PE embroidery directly into the heel, and this is an ode to the fire red colorway. And then we've got a padded and nicely molded ankle collar for a supportive fit, and as we move to the back of the sneaker, we land on the heel paneling where we find the Nike Air branding embroidered in white, which is an ode to the metallic colorway. Moving inside the sneaker, we have some black interior fabric lining, and we've got a black insole with the Nike Air branding printed in white on the heel of the insole, and upon removing the insole, we can see that these were strobo boarded. On the emerald interior of the shoe tongue is where we find all three of the colorways listed upside down that make up the top 3 treatment on the sneaker. Moving to the midsole, we've got a fire red polyurethane midsole that runs along the whole sneaker, and then on the lateral side, we've got the iconic and probably one of my favorite signature hits of the Air Jordan 5, which are the zigzagging shark teeth. And you'll notice that these are metallic silver, which is an ode to the metallic amongst the otherwise fire red midsole. And then we've got a visible air sole unit on the heel and an encapsulated air sole unit that is hidden in the forefoot. Moving to the outsole, we've got a blue icy outsole with herringbone traction patterns throughout, and towards the arc of the foot, the icy sole is divided by the red rubber with a Nike branding debossed. We've also got some black rubber along the tip of the toe of the outsole, and of course, transparent through the icy sole, we see a Jumpman printed in emerald to the bottom of the sole. But now's my favorite part of the video, where I finally get to throw these sneakers on feet, style them, and give you guys a closer look. When it comes to sizing, the Air Jordan 5 Retro top 3 are advised to fit true to size, and I'd agree. I picked up a size 9.5 US, which is my standard size, and these fit comfortably on my feet. Released on June 20th in a full family size run, the adult sizing came at a retail price of 200 USD, and for us here in Canada, 265 Canadian. And to my surprise, a lot of retailers are seeing this pair sit on shelves, and we will get into why I feel like that is the case. But if you did miss out on this pair, or are interested in picking a pair up for yourself, I've left a direct link in the description box below for you to check these out. And now's the part of the video where I make my case for whether you should shoot, hold, or pass on your shot at these sneakers, with shoot being picking these sneakers up at their current retail price, hold being potentially waiting for these sneakers to go on sale or another opportunity to pick these sneakers up, and pass being that these sneakers might not be for me or for you, but for somebody else. And when it comes to the Air Jordan 5 Retro top 3, this is probably going to be a hold for a lot of people. And for me personally, I absolutely love this sneaker, and I'm going to keep this sneaker because I absolutely love the Jordan 5. This is a collector sneaker in the sense that this is the 30th anniversary top 3 mashup of this sneaker, but we're going to get into why I feel like you should hold on this sneaker, because I definitely feel like while this sits on shelves, that these eventually will go on sale. When comparing the top 3 to the Fire Red 5s that dropped a couple months ago, there are some notable differences in the materials on the sneaker, and so I will name a few. We've got real leather and no real leather. We've got a Durabuck, so that's synthetic nubuck. We've got a 3M tongue. There's no 3M on the sneaker. We've got a polyurethane insole and no polyurethane insole, and actually a cheaper, really thin foam for an insole. And so those are really 3 noticeable differences in the overall quality in the materials and the build of the sneaker, but yet the price point point is the exact same, 200 USD and 200 USD. And so for a significant drop off in the quality in the materials from what I feel like is one of the best Jordan releases of 2020 and a sneaker I'm really a fan of, which is the Fire Reds, I just can't justify the price of both these sneakers being priced at 200 USD. And I do understand that these do come with the Nike Air on the back and obviously are a mashup of the top three most popular or most successful colorways, I guess you could say, however you want to term it, of the Air Jordan 5 silhouette. But still, the drop off in the materials just it doesn't make sense. And so for me and probably a lot of consumers, that probably is why they were a little more hesitant to pick this sneaker up. However, I do want to make it clear that this isn't a bad quality sneaker. It is a quality sneaker, but it just isn't the Fire Red quality, which is absolutely awesome. And so that brings us to, outside of the price, why are these still sitting? And in my opinion, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that people just don't dig that grape application on the sneaker. And so I'm speaking of the shoe tongue feeling like it is out of place. I've seen that as a common criticism. Me personally, I absolutely love this sneaker. I feel like they really executed well on the top three treatment on this sneaker. And if you are a fan of the top threes or even the what does on sneaker colorways, then I think this is definitely going to be in your lane and probably a sneaker you definitely dig. And I think we can all agree that the Fire Red and Metallic application of the colorway on the top three sneaker has been done tremendously well. That makes up for probably about 75% of this sneaker. And I guess I can't figure out where else they would have applied the grape other than the shoe tongue. And I guess the Jordan brand could have also provided some white laces that do come out of box on the grape colorway, or even a pair of purple or emerald laces that might play up the grape shoe tongue. And like I said, for me, I'm just keeping it 100. I absolutely love this sneaker. I absolutely love the grape application. For me, it's a pop of color, and realistically speaking, sometimes my pants will probably cover that shoe tongue if it is throwing off the rest of my fit, which I don't mind. But for the summer, this actually makes for a great summer sneaker. Right now, we're gathering in social circles predominantly outside, and for me, just rocking a white clean sneaker to a barbecue and taking it through the grass just sounds like an absolute nightmare. And so an all black sneaker that really can get beat up and obviously you can clean quite easily in comparison to some white leather that might be a little bit more sensitive, it just makes a lot more sense for me to be rocking this sneaker. But in getting back to the question of this video, which is why this Jordan is the most underrated of 2020 so far, and I think that just has a lot to do with the fact that I'm a big fan of the Air Jordan 5. It's a top three silhouette in my opinion. In my rotation, I absolutely love having an Air Jordan 5, and this is celebrating the 30th anniversary of this sneaker. And while it generated very little hype, I personally feel like the overall execution of this colorway was done very well. And so for those reasons, this just becomes the most underrated sneaker in my opinion that I absolutely love of 2020. I just wish that the pricing was more economical. And so, like I said, for a lot of people, these are going to be a hold, and I totally understand that. And like I said, if these continue to sit on shelves, I can definitely see these going on sale, and that is probably when you should strike. And hey, you might not agree with me, and that's the fun part about sneakers, is wearing what you love and not what's hyped or what somebody told you to buy. And I'm all for that because that expresses individuality and your own personal style. So I'd love to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on the Air Jordan 5 top three? Are you a fan of the execution of the colorway and the top three treatment on this sneaker? Did you pick this sneaker up when it dropped, or are you going to be waiting for this sneaker to go on sale? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'd love to connect with you guys there. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed today's review, and if you really liked it, I hope that you will subscribe and join the community here on this channel, because as you saw earlier in this video, there are a lot of sneaker videos that are on the way. But that's all for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, for your time and support of this channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.